we have to be honest, no offense.
No, for sure.
I wouldn't have asked her that question because Drake's not God. Yes, he's somebody that's big. He's a big artist. He made it. Yes, we're somebody we could be proud of. He does certain things. He throws certain shows. But why does everybody go to him to think that he can do something for them? I don't really like that mentality. When he gave money to the States, people were banned because he gave money to the States. It's like, they're not even fucking loyal anyways. They didn't even support the man and just boycott the boy concert. So like I'm saying, like, you know, like, I don't think he had anything to do with her situation, because that would get, like, anybody would say, like, no, actually, although, don't get it twisted, no offense, I'm just being real. Yes, if I was him, I do stuff like that behind the scenes. I'll reach out to people. I'll take them out. I'll get certain things done for them. You know what I'm saying? I used to work for Toronto Community Housing. I've done lots of stuff while I was working there. So, like, you know, like, at the end of the hand, yeah, he could have reached out to her still. He'll never have to say, here's our money, because I don't think you have to pay people to like you. But he could have reached out still. That's my honest opinion.
I hear what you're saying. The only reason I think the clip
is cut wrong.
It's
cut in a way where it's caused controversy, but that's not the conversation.
Because
that
if everybody's seen like the fullers of the interview, she does say she doesn't want anything from Drake. She doesn't care. And two, like, there's part of the interview where like it's not even about Drake, because even Bounty gave her something and he got backlash from it.
Yeah.
So that's what we were just trying to say, like,
right?
So that's what we were trying to bring up in general, where it's just like, even as a celebrity, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, kind of.
Exactly. That's why you gotta hide and do it behind the scenes sometimes, and like people won't know. But like, I feel like even if it was a message, like, I feel like everybody big should be able to do. Like, that's something I always pay homage. I always do them thing there, cause like, come on.
But now put yourself in Drake's shoes now. You do it to like a 1-2 people and you make it a known thing. Now every time it happens, somebody's gonna be coming to you,
so
and
that's another piece too. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. The best thing, it's messed up, and I was gonna explain that, is for us to just keep distance, because if you don't see what's going on, like, there's beer catastrophe out there. And it's just because people are too friendly, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not everybody you're supposed to mix with. Okay, you guys did an interview for me. I'm supposed to be at your brother's party next week. Like, it's just too friendly. It's just too, there's no, like, it's it that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
you just booked me for the interview and I ate that. Like, people don't understand that nowadays. They think, oh, okay, cool. Okay, why don't you come with me on Saturday? Let's go to, you don't even know me. You don't even know. And then now you find out that I smell, and then that's going all around Toronto now, and it's just I'm a Cancerian, so you can't really snake me. I feel everything before I even hear it.
June or July?
July 11th, the same day as Little Kim.
Wow, my brother is born on the 13th. I'm the 22nd.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all Madettes.
So
you can't ever snake me, or like, it just won't ever work. Because I don't set up myself like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get it, man.
But just to the Holly's point, I feel like those conversations just need to be, not the around Drake, but the conversations with the gun violence.
Just take it easy on her, man. Look at her.
No, that's
just crazy right now.
We love Holly.
We love Holly. I check up on her.
And I rate you guys too for doing that, by the way. I liked how you guys even, because that's her healing stuff, and her story deserves to be heard, and I like how you guys put it on your network.
Yeah, like unfortunately, the clip made it go the wrong way, but the message is still out there in the interview. You know what I'm saying? And we do urge anybody to just watch the full interview so you can get it, just a more understanding of the clip. And and to just anybody out there that's dealing with gun violence, you know, like, talk to somebody. I think that's the biggest thing that we don't speak about, is the trauma that when something happens with gun violence, because of our code of the hood is silence and all this stuff. But what about the people that are getting shot and living and can't speak about it, or the mothers that have lost their children of it, the children that have lost their parents from gun violence? Like, we don't know the minds of them and what they're going through and how the pain that they're dealing with. And I think that's one of the most important things, is we need to speak to them. They need to just let it out, not in physical ways, violent ways, but speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry that we got dark. It's the Man Dem Show. It's your boy Guttzy.
It's your boy Vagez.
Yes, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We have a special guest, man. I was gonna say she's all the way from the Jane, but you know what I'm saying? You might know her from the Jane and other things. We got
LaToya
Jane.
Mother Offin Jane.
Music.
In
Up
the
in the
Mother
cut.
Offin building.
And the Man Dem Show. Woo! How are you?
Mental health
I'm
check.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Oh, I like that word. Blessed.
Being blessed.
Yes. It's always good to be blessed.
Sia says she's blessed all the time.
I lie.
I'm the blessed. Oh, that's what she said. Or I'm the best. Or I'm the blessed.
I'm the best. I don't know. I don't like her.
Mental health check. How have you been? How are you feeling? How are you doing this past month, this past week, this past year?
I'm blessed. I'm not gonna lie. I feel blessed. I feel motivated. I'm thankful.
It's good.
You have any shout outs? Anybody you want to big up before we get into this?
Oh my gosh. I want to shout out God, first of all, of course. I want to shout out my family, my husband, my children, my pastors, my mentors, my parents, I don't know, like Jamaica, you don't know, Maxfield, shout out. Cassia Park, big up Tivoli, big up my place them. I'm out here, big up obviously Jane and Finch, it's a Jane and Finch thing. Big up everywhere in Toronto, big up Mornell Court, big up everywhere that forget big up. You see it?
Big up your designer.
Yeah.
Your stylist. Your stylist.
Thank you.
Style them, style you wicked, you know.
Thank you.
Have you always been stylish like this?
Yeah, I think so. Because sometimes people think I dress weird, but it's just I dress how I feel, right? So, like, I don't know.
It's a Jamaican thing. What did I tell you? It's a Jamaican thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a Jane and Finch thing, specifically
Oh, yes.
Southside. She said.
No, I'm from.
She said, "Don't."
Uptown.
No,
You're from up top.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Reed's video, you said all of Jane and Finch, everybody knows how to dress
the
good.
best.
They
It's
dress
the
the
truth.
best. They're the best dressed.
It's the truth.
For real.
Why? Like, why did you guys are the swaggiest?
I just think because when you come from Jamaica, they plop you right in Jane and Finch. And Jamaica is like very fashionable. And then also like just black immigrants, period, go there. My mom's from England, so like my mom's very fashionable. And that mixed with the Jamaican, it just came out on all of us.
Makes sense.
And then the first thing is to be clean, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I hugged this guy today because today I smell like, he smelled clean, like his clothes smell clean, everything. I just feel like you always have to tell men that. And like, he smelled clean. That's the first thing I look at, the cleanness. I don't give a sugar if you're wearing a Mary or whatever you're wearing. It could be a Mary, whatever. If it's dirty or if you just look dirty, it's just, I don't even want to look at the gear, you know?
Facts.
That's funny. That's the first time someone ever said that. Like right after Black, she was like, "You look clean." And in my head, I'm thinking, was she thinking about the place or me?
No, I love when people look clean. I love to tell people. I love to compliment people and their children. I'll DM them. Even if we don't really talk, I'll say, yo, one thing I love is how clean your youths look. I love
Cleanliness.
when people are clean, yeah.
Cleanliness is close to godliness. That's what I'm saying, right?
Are you OCD too at home? Like everything
I
gotta
don't
be
think
clean?
I'm OCD, but I'm very clean. Like, I had no choice growing up. But right now, like, I'm very... You can't pray and get things unless your house is clean, you know? God won't come in there.
Facts. One thing I learned from the documentary with Reed, you said originally you were from Rex and then you went over to Jane, which seems to be like I want to say a reoccurring thing everywhere in I want to say in any neighborhood, from not even just Canada to the US. Like people go from one place to another place and maybe those places are not the greatest, they don't like each other. You said obviously it's never been an issue for you, but have you seen where it's like it's issues for other children and kids? And do you think that's an issue within like, I guess, housing, where it's like they don't even understand, like they're moving these children into neighborhoods?
It's not they're doing nothing, no offense. It's the woman, okay, listen, housing, you're supposed to learn from housing, okay? I lived in housing and worked for housing. So like, housing is a place that if you have a plan, you'll succeed. Because you're not supposed to get comfortable with something that, first of all, starts with low. You understand? Low income housing. So, like, it's not there doing nothing. What happens is the girl will come there. There's two type of girls. Either the girl that gets it and struggles and everybody chats her and makes fun of her because her weave's busted or her braids are old and she wears, like, not the most updated clothes, but she eventually buys her house and moves out of there because she saved, she got it. These girls now, the next set of girls now, continuously, they come there with their youth. They're supposed to do what that girl did. No. That guy, not maybe the youth's father's in jail or he passed away. The man them in the new block is checking her now. Then boom, she has another child. She needs a transfer. Now he's probably gone to jail. Who set a man now breed her? Like, that's how it is. And like, people need to see the cycle of that. Because it's not them doing nothing. It's our mentality that has to change. Nobody's not doing that. Nobody's not prying our legs open and saying skin out and make these youths. And then you're just using the system and making excuses for how you're bringing them up. That's not how this goes.
But do you feel so you're saying that a lot of us, we use that as an excuse, as a crutch?
Sometimes, okay.
Not everybody. We obviously not.
I don't know.
Everybody's.
Like I said, like obviously there's people that have certain situations. I'm not talking about you like mental health or whatever. But then there's normal people. Like, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? I guess baddies or whatever these girls want to identify themselves as, because their stories are all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's their mentality. Because when you come to housing, if you go to school, your rent is $85. Okay?
Jeez.
We were just talking about when he said, because I said, yo, I wish I could come here. And he's like, yo, didn't you go to university? I said, yeah, York. See, and so like, your mentality has to be smart when you're living there. That's what it is. They keep making the system, like look at baby bonus, for instance. Baby bonus is so much now as opposed to when I was getting it with my first child. Like when I was getting it with my first child, I was getting $100 for him a month. Now what they're giving these girls?
Almost 1,000, no?
Exactly, and it's like, some of you guys are even chopping the gal them based on the amount of children they have because you know that that's a change per child that you could yam. And it's crazy. Like, listen to me.
Sorry to cut you, but shouldn't that be a part where the gal them or somebody where the gal them's like, okay, I should be putting away some of this money, like, or at least all of it, like a majority of it.
I met 2 girls in life, my whole lifetime. One of them worked in the hair store at Keel and Wilson, yo. They bought their house with their baby bonus. They saved it. And I met a girl in Calgary. She did that. I never, ever met somebody as smart. I never, ever met somebody that knows about sacrifice. Like, I'll watch these girls. They'll talk about people's hair and this and that. They're so whack and dumb. They don't even have ROEs. So they're here. I'm just waiting to see their hair when they're 65, thinking that they're going to ball. When they're only getting one pension, they're not getting bare pension like the average working person because they chose to sit back and get stuff the fast way and not really sit down. Like, it's crazy because, like, I can't believe how distracted people are right now with, like, even when you just said, like, no offense to you, but when you said, why are they doing it? They're not doing it. We're doing this to ourselves. You don't see that?
No, I see it.
But where's the education, though? Because I feel like that comes with experience. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about, where a guy would be with a woman with 4 or 5 kids that live in housing is because they know that's like 5 bands a month. Easily. That's before any kind of work. That's before any kind of money that he's put in. You know what I'm saying? So the comfort is there. But like you said, it's the woman's, I wouldn't say it's fault, but a woman has to know that, hey, I can't be here for the rest of my life. So how do you reach out to those type of girls to be like, buddy, like, it's not a situation that's going to be okay for you for longevity?
First of all, you have to teach them to unlearn what they've learned. We learned whether we got taught or whether we just watched. So you have to understand that a lot of girls' mothers thought it was okay to expose children to certain things. Just watching certain videos, just listening to certain music. Like, people used to always try to make it look like how I raised my son. I was acting like I was better than people. I wasn't. I just knew better, so I tried to do better because I don't think it's cute for youths to do certain things. It doesn't matter who his parents are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And, like, first of all, I never even told my son nothing about, like, any crime that I did or anything. I just used to tell him when he turns 18. And even though he remembered, but it still felt better because I didn't want him to thump up and stuff. Like, I feel that we have a job as Black people in our own culture to take care of ourselves, and we're not doing that. And we're trying to blame other people for that.
Where did you get your knowledge from? Who taught you the right way? Or was that self-reflection?
Lots of people picked me up, and shout out to all the mentors that took time and like poured into me. Paul Green, Stephen Linton, all of you guys, man, you know who your names are. People helped me to unlearn a lot of what I learned from my environment, becoming a product of my society. And then I had to learn now the right way. But while you're learning, sometimes there's residue, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? So you might have cussed somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not really easy, especially with the liquor. So, yeah, like, I just had to unlearn a lot of stuff because a lot of ways, even today I was talking about figuring out now because I want to go back to school to get my master's. And I'm just learning a lot of stuff by observation. He said, how do I learn? Because I think now the first way that these youths go into gangs is how we dress them. Somebody said how we speak to them. Somebody said like maybe the music. I think it's the image because I'm seeing little niggas, little gangsters, like little YNs, like at 3 years old, 4 years old. And I'm not liking it. It just looks weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like children should just be children, like how children were always children. And I'm not saying you can't wear designer with your child because there's preppier ways to dress your child, you know what I'm saying? But like, and even the little girls, like,
they're dressed
it's
up as
not
baddies
cute. The baby
and
hairs and stuff, it's like, what are we doing, you know? Like, and it's just, people are going to disagree with me there. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But remember, I work with a lot of your children still. Like, even though I'm an artist now, like, I still mentor certain youths. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I don't care. I have to make time to just make sure I can save a life because I've buried so many youths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many youths. So, yeah. Remember, I worked for housing. So, like, I worked with some of the supers. I worked on the other side, right? And, like, you know, they like you. They talk to you. They have certain conversations with you. And certain things were very embarrassing, man. That you're making certain people all talk about you in certain ways. And it's like, it's not that it's not like, it's like a competition. I notice in Toronto, especially, they do this. Like, if somebody gets a bag, like, they're not going to get one of a different color, you know. They're going to get the same bag just to say that, okay, I have it too, though. I have it too, though, you know, but I have this too, though. Okay, I'm unboxing because I have it too, though. So it was very embarrassing to hear the stuff that they would come back to me and say, like, and they observe everything. So they knew who, like, drove certain cars and, like, was late with their rent or certain ways, that's why I said certain mentality, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody had that mentality first with links and buying crutch clothes and like, oh my gosh, I was saying to somebody because, like, I usually ask for like gift cards because I don't want anybody to feel like they have to steal because I'm really against it right now. Like, I'm telling you, I had to unlearn a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like, I had to lose a lot of clothes because when you buy stolen clothes, something happens to it. It either gets lost or bleach dash on it or something to spoil it just because it's evil gotten goods. But I'm not going to get into that.
I wanted to bring up, well, kind of staying on the mentality because a lot of things that's going on right now is the whole fuck the streets movement, which we see a lot of the guys that have profited and got stuff from the streets are now saying, okay, well, fuck it, because they want to do records with people that have, i.e., pretty much are not living by the street code anymore. So like Gunna is snitching and stuff, or 6ix9ine is hot. So people want to be around these guys. Not 6ix9ine, more Gunna. They want to be around these guys because they've kind of broken the street code. So now their thing is like, well, fuck the streets.
They broken the street code and made hit records.
And make hit records.
Yeah, you're missing the point.
And make
you know what I'm saying?
Records.
They're making music that people are still singing along, like You Wanna Fuck Tonight, and you know what I'm saying? All these hot records that Gunna's doing, and anybody that's sticking to the street code is not hitting like Gunna, who's allegedly a rat. Well, not a legend. He is a rat. And then your question.
So now, what's your take on it? Because my whole thing is, I see what they're saying and I understand it. We do need to break some of the values or the codes of the streets. But to say fuck the streets and you've profited off of it, like, you know what I'm saying? I think there's like a different way
Who's
they
saying
can.
F the streets?
So 21 Savage is pretty much saying fuck the streets.
Mhm.
And like it's been like what do you want to say? Like
He's
viral
he's
moment.
one of my favorite rappers, so I'm not speaking against him. Anything he says, that's lost though.
but it's not even speaking against him. But
love
just
him.
well, there's other people that have taken that and they're like, yeah, we don't want to fuck with the streets anymore. Do you think it's a thing that all these street guys should take up on and be like, yeah,
But
like
what the hell do you think? Of course, I would love for that to happen. Why wouldn't I love for that to happen? That should happen. This is, honestly, like sitting back and watching what's going on, like it's just so weird and crazy. I just thought that Toronto, like, we would have just all started to blow and start making money, and it's just crazy. Like it's never gonna leave from here that this place is bad mind, and it's just true, man. It's just a hold down place. Like, like imagine people are noticing me now based off of a sniper rifle, and look from when I've been doing music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, it kind of got me a little bit upset. I'm just being honest with you, that people are like, wow, like, okay, like, it's just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
do you think like that's the problem? Yeah, the city, you have to be lit before they even like they don't care
Yeah.
about the talent. They don't
Yeah,
care about
I was more glorified. Like, if this was back in the day, I would have been way more glorified. Like, for how I, because like that's how I came out. Like, I came out as Jane from Finch. I came out hard,
Mm-hmm.
and like I took everybody's like, But then obviously, like like you grow, you're getting in other crowds. Like, you have to look more feminine, And I'm not gonna lie, like, I always wanted to become feminine, but I still just always come off hard.
tomboyish.
What I think for your branding back in the day that works now, even if you were to put out the music that you did back in the day now, it's now they want to hear a story.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talked about the sniper rifle and running the gang and whatever, that's something that's interesting to people's ears. And you can tell that story to a lot more people now than you could have back in the day. So now it's mixing your music now with your personality, because you're showing fam, I watched your segment of Reed's Thing and I was intrigued. And I watched the interview with you sitting down with the girl in the white background. Like, listening to your story, unfortunately, is much more appealing to people
Okay,
than the
get it.
music. Now you have
I
to
get
tie it in.
So many people say that. Oh my God.
Because it's true.
That's true. That's look
And
at
I never used to want to tell, like, that's not even my whole story. And I never used to want to tell my story, like, because I used to feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I used to feel like a geek. Like, I didn't want to talk about like being an ex-gang leader or whatever. But then when I seen the impact, like, I got like millions of dollars from $3.5 million from United Way for co-founding an organization here in Scarborough. Like,
oh, dope.
I worked for all the top community organizations out here. And I've done so much. I put in so much work. I worked for the court system here at the East End when I worked. So that's what a lot of people didn't know. As much as they see me out there, like, and thought, oh my gosh, rah, rah. No, I'm very ambitious.
Look at 50. 50
Yeah,
50's
that's
done
why-
probably thousands of interviews where he's talked about getting shot 9 times and the person that's done
If
it.
you know,
and,
you know how much I love 50. You know,
When
you
around
know.
your birthday, that's why, too.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
It's like-
Cancer.
Say I'm his little sister, you know?
But yeah.
what platforms were there back in the day when you were making music? Because there wasn't a lot of, like, we obviously had like the much music.
There was more like opening up. So like I opened up for You God. I opened up for Jizza.
Jeez.
I opened up for Shadi Low.
Hmm.
For
R.I.P. You opened up for Shadi, Lo.
Yeah, that's blessed.
opened up for, I can't remember the other ones right now. But like, yeah.
What was your favorite one?
And
that
then
you
meeting artists too.
Who'd you meet?
Oh my gosh. Snoop.
Oof.
Jeezy, Young Jeezy. Waka. Big up yourself, Waka. I still remember. I don't know. Not for them. People are probably like, why isn't she saying, like, I don't know. And then I partied with a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Big ones.
And you have some music with some of them. You have music with Wiz Khalifa, Black Ryno.
Ryno, yeah.
Did that feature with Black Ryno? Was it the time when he was in conflict with Vibes too, or was it after or before, or do you even know?
Yeah. That's when he left.
That's when he left, right? Shit, yo, those are some really big placements, man.
But that's what I was gonna say, like earlier, like it's Jamaica. Like Jamaica started to take up my thing, and then Canada, like Canada's kind of follow Batish. I don't like that with Canada.
But
I'm just being honest. Like,
but I think that's what a lot of people say in general. Like they don't get lit at home.
It's true. It's just because they're follow. Once they see somebody do something, they're like, just be yourself. Just do it. Like, I don't care to rate people in their stuff. Like this, you're just being and I just think it has to do with the weather. Because I don't know why people are so cold over here. It's weird.
Do you think that it maybe the weather affects the ego? Because a lot of
I think
it's the
weather.
The ego is the biggest problem with over here in the city. Because I feel like people feel like they're too big to
all
do
the girls
certain things.
Are partying and then they're fighting, and then all the man them are like setting each other up, and all you guys are competing by hustling, and it's such a turnoff. All you dry nose youths that hustle, it's a turnoff. You're dry lips. You're whack. You're regulars. I don't know. Regulars can't par with me. You guys need to stop that, yo. Make your parents happy. Why do you guys want to? It's like, I'm just like, do they want to die? Is that what it is? Because they're just the same story each time, and then they just drop out, and it's like, you don't have money to even bury yourself. So could you just leave a change then for your parents, so that you could just, if you're gonna drop out, they have something at least? Because I don't know what's going on out here.
Yeah, the kid, it's scary. No, you're right, because it's scary, because even like we talked about Underground Nation interviewing like the 14-year-old, you know, we have the 14-year-old that stabbed up the young lady, and it's just like he's going on internet and speaking about it afterwards. If that was him, it's the mentality of these kids. It's just getting worse, and then the worst part is they're getting younger and doing it. I think that's the scarier part.
But at some point, we have to blame the guys above the generation, because for some reason these kids are being missing. These kids are doing, the younger they are, the younger they're doing the drills. How could we sit there and say, well, he had the mentality to just pick up a gun and go do that?
I think we have to stop doing that in general, where instead of, let's say, who put the blame, we know that there's a problem. Going back to what LaToya is saying, let's figure out a solution to it. Because we know that there's a problem. We know that these kids are out there doing their thing. What's the solution to it at the end of the day? What are we doing to fix it? Instead of saying, okay, well, we know some of these older men are coercing these kids to do all this shit, like,
Or women.
And women.
Older women can be coercing the young boys too, right?
Just the whole, what are we doing to change the mentality? And I think that's going back to what she's saying. Like, we need more men. We need more people to be like, hey, like, I have a 9 to 5.
Like everybody, not just men or not just
women.
Like everybody has to come together, because right now we're just sitting back and just watching stuff. It's so weird. Like, if somebody passes away right now, people are just gonna call you and be like, yeah, I'm just in the mall looking for my dress for so-and-so's funeral. It's like, it's just a routine. It's just like part of our culture right now. So sudden death happen, like the gang violence has now become part of our culture now. The way we respond and the way we...
Even the disrespect of it. Like, you see them smoking on ops, buying birthday cakes of when people die. I can't believe,
and these kids, they don't even understand the spiritual aspect of it. They're just messing up their... Honestly, I seen an image the other day, and I was just praying, because I'm just like, if they ever know how they're standing up their own life when they're doing certain things. I get it. You think it's funny, but like, not to him, bro. The back that you're going to get, it wasn't even worth it. Probably crippled, something happened to you, and you just sit down in life just knowing that it was because of that. It's crazy. It's a waste. Do something with yourselves, yo. Challenge you guys selves. I get it. I heard you guys feel like there's a hole when you don't have your fathers. That's what I heard, that you feel like you have to fill that hole, but you can't fill it. It's like a void when you don't have your father. That's what a big man told me. But there's other ways to challenge out that energy. Believe me, my father was in jail for 18 years. I had to sit down and hold that. And like, I was always told I look like my dad, but I was never in front of this. I always had to communicate. He taught me how to sing and rap over the phone, how to DJ over the phone when I was 3. And like, I had to do time with my dad. So I know what it's like, but I still beat the odds. I still turned it around and unlearned and then learned and just changed my mentality so I can grow, you know? That's why my slogan's watch me grow, because, yo, I know it's hard, but you have to keep it. Why do you want to do stuff like that? And you know you have to go to church on Sunday, or you know you can't do that. You don't have to call your mom and say, yo, mom, I'm in jail. Can you bail me out? Like, why do you want to act like that?
What would you give like a first step? And it doesn't, obviously everybody's different, but what would be a first step you would give to somebody on unlearning things?
The first step to unlearning?
Yeah.
So
For
sacrifice, they have to learn what sacrifice is. You have to learn to sacrifice, because you have to understand that when you're growing, less is going to be more. But a lot of people, like even me, I'm not going to lie, like I remember when I first was changing before I got baptized, I felt like I was going mad. Actually, people were even saying in Finch that I was going mad at my back. And it wasn't that, you know, it was that I was rejecting the change. I didn't know what was coming. So it's like I was fighting it to still stay bad and whatever. But then worser things start happening to me. I'm fighting a man in Vern. Coco, I remember your name. I'm fighting a man in Vern. I'm fighting a man pulls out a thing on me when I lived over here. Like, just pure stuff started happening to me. And it's like, you know what? I feel like, okay, I need to wash off. I need to just do this because I didn't understand. And like, I just feel like they have to change. Everything has to, you have to change.
Yeah, no, it's scary, man.
Yeah.
Especially and you're raising kids in this. Children in this. How actually before we get to
but
that.
Like, I'm being honest, like everybody knows this about me. Like, as much as I was in the gang life, I never played around when it came to my son. So like, he wasn't allowed to do certain things that other children, it was normal for them to do. Like, people thought I was strict with him. I won't say I was strict. I was stern because I don't think certain things are cute when it comes to children. Like, people don't even know my youth's name. Like, I don't even put my youth out there. I don't play when it comes to my youths. I've already been in a situation. Rest in peace to Joker. He saved my life out of that situation because somebody said that my first youth was ugly. It ended up where the task force came for me, and it was just a nasty situation, okay?
Wow.
And I'm just telling you right now, like, yeah, because, okay, but you see me, as I look back, I was telling somebody the story the other day, right? Mm-hmm. As I look back, it's my fault, you know, because I shouldn't have brought my youth to the high school, even though he was 6 months now. I shouldn't have brought him there, and then I shouldn't have made nobody like see him, because I don't know, like what was said was that my youth had black lips and he was black and ugly. My youth's very handsome, okay, and
things were
this is years ago, so I don't even care. Like I gun butted her. You understand? And she had no feeling in the left side of her head.
This was another child? Like a child?
This is her son. She's talking about her first son. She brought to the high school.
And
someone disrespected her son.
But that's what I'm saying. Was it a student or a bogus person?
She was my friend.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit different now. Yeah.
But I was saying that, like, I went wrong. I feel like sometimes you have to know that you could be the follower instead of the leader, because I feel like now when I look back, I probably should have got mad at the person that even told me she said that. Because why did you have to tell me this for? Like,
or what did you do when she said that?
Yeah, like
what did she do when she said that? Did she say
obviously she didn't do nothing but run back and come back and tell me. But like I'm saying, like, I don't even think she should have told me that, because all of what happened after and all their arrests and this and that, like, it was just crazy for nothing. When I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
because she doesn't tell you that,
you don't react.
You don't get in trouble.
So
but at the same time,
sometimes that's how we're living right now. Like, we're letting people like dictate how we're supposed to act. And it's just such a fake, guys. they speak so bad about Toronto around the world, like in the sense where they'll say, yes, we have the most beautifulest ladies, but they speak that we don't have our own. And it's true. It's like, I just want to see more real people. Like, there's hardly anybody that even made it out of here. Like, you know, so like, I just want to see more real people.
You know, going back to what you were just saying to that though, I think the friend in the middle, she was torn because you're hearing, like, that'd be like somebody telling me something about your youth. I'm going to fucking tell you. I know it's a little bit different because you're female or ladies.
But are you gonna say, yo, that person said that, and not say I told her to shut the F up, and now I'm
But
telling
that's
you?
a little bit different.
So I know you, and you're gonna react.
See,
to
I'm
it.
going to
That's
defend
mixed.
your youth, regardless if I think your youth are ugly or not. I'm going to defend.
You know what I mean?
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I can understand why she went and told her. Because she was just like, you know, I wanted to be.
So you think everything you're supposed to always run back to people when you hear things?
If you're talking bad about my brethren or his youth, no, you're right. I'm not gonna tell him
No,
everything.
I'm just asking.
Because no,
I'm just
you're right.
asking
Because
if
I'm gonna
everything-
defend it. I would defend it on my own,
Yeah, that's
and like
alright.
it depends on the situation if I'm gonna bring it up to him or not. Now, if you guys are friends and you're rocking with him, I think I would tell him. Because then this is somebody that you're gonna be rocking with and you're gonna be interacting with, and they're sitting down there talking about your youth and talking about you. I'm just gonna let you know,
As
hey,
I said,
just you know.
sometimes you have to learn that less is more, and sometimes you have to learn that you have to keep your mouth shut, like, in order to grow. You said, what are the first things that I'm gonna do? I'm gonna teach her how to unlearn things like that. You know what I'm saying? How I think now, because no, I'm not fighting anybody if they say my youth's ugly. Because no, I'm not putting my youth's picture out there. I'm not putting my youth out there. I'm not putting, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to bring my youth to do. So I think better and do better now. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being a punk or, oh, I'm not hiding my youth. Okay, then cool. When your youth has a cucumber, or eggplant, or whatever on their face, then don't say nothing then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, as you grow, you just have to unlearn now. Like, it's not about how we used to do things before. It's okay that we still have every day with our children to wake up. We still could sing while we're cooking in the kitchen and do certain stuff. It's okay. Like, take a little punk off. It's soft. We're living. It's not our energy that we're transpiring with theirs. But no, like, that's the first steps, unlearning that these things are not normal. You understand?
Yeah.
Going out every weekend is not normal. You could tell that your outfits are made up now. Like, those things are not normal.
I've been said that, man. The
It's
partying
not
every
normal.
weekend is not
These
good.
things are not normal. As much as you think it's normal, unless you're gaining from it, you're losing, and you have to gain. You have to teach your pitney them gain. How are you supposed to? My only focus right now is setting up my youth's foundation. So if you guys see me with a hole in my shirt, or maybe my weave looks a little busted, I'm sorry, but that's my pre right now. You understand me? That's how real I am. Sorry.
Oh, that's real.
Focus. Nah, I like that. She reminds me of Brooklyn.
Well, I feel like they probably they know because she's in the same area.
Oh, Brooklyn, I'm a dog, man.
Yeah, that's her homie.
Yeah,
That's
very
family right there.
straightforward, very to the point,
Stern.
strong.
We're
Yeah,
Jane and Finch girls, yo.
Yeah.
yeah. Jane and Finch girl taught me how to cook. Shout out to Jane and Finch women. They're real. Real
Clean
talk.
everything.
No, because my mother taught me how to
Period.
clean. She taught me how to clean the house, wash the walls, clean the fridge,
Oh, wash your
take the
walls,
garbage.
right.
Yeah. Top
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bottom. You know what I'm saying? Carpet, vacuum. But she never taught me how to clean, though. I mean,
Cook.
just cook. But I met a Jane and Finch girl, and she taught me how to cook live, like cooking together. Teach me this, teach me that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Saturn Man Away, bro. I love that place. Love that girl, too.
So do you
As a friend.
do you remember the first song that you recorded?
Yeah, I think.
Remember the bars?
Yeah.
You remember the bars?
Me and D Money.
D Money
Shout out
Dollar
D.
Sign?
Jeez.
Holy crap. Shout out to D Money Dollar
We're coming
Sign.
out with a group,
Wow.
and we went to check Jay's staffs. What's the guy's name that was gonna be Drake first before Drake? I don't remember his name.
The light skinned boy.
Yes.
He just had a birthday.
Jay
or something.
Diggs.
Jay Diggs.
Him. He
Ye-
recorded us.
You want to know what's crazy? Every time I say that, people used to diss me.
But
Like, he never been. He wasn't. I'm like,
Yeah,
yes, the fuck he was.
Pretty big. He was pretty big. He was.
he's putting him in pain.
Can't say that.
Yeah.
He
Jay Diggs.
recorded us, and the
Diggs.
song is so sick too.
You still have it?
It's like a hip hop. It's like a rap
Yeah.
tune.
Wow. D Money Dollar
That-
Sign. What a way back playbacks guy. That's a sick name.
So yeah, that's the first time when I came out of jail. That's the first song that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there it was up. From there you were just like, yeah, we have
Everybody
it.
wanted me in their studio. I went to every studio. That's one thing about me. Like, I never really look at my accolades still. My dad always says, you have lots of accolades. Don't make nobody make you feel small. But, like, I do, because, like, I've been to, like, even almost every studio in yard. I'm not joking. Like, I just grind. I just believe in, like, every opportunity that I get. Just like anybody that hits me up, just, grow.
What was the most memorable one that you, like a studio session, and who knows, like a reggae artist popped up, or even down here in Toronto where like a famous artist popped up? Do you have one of those where you're just in the studio and somebody was like, oh, wow, you're here? Or
I think when I went in OVO 40 studio,
jeez.
I think that was the biggest.
In the mic.
That was the biggest moment for me. Like in terms of the biggest studio, like I guess just experiencing that.
Mm.
And then I'll say, I guess like working with like Black Ryno, because I got to meet other artists now and people that are huge now that was around him. And the thing about him is like I learned how to flow in Jamaica mostly, because like they don't play around. Like it's not like here, like they're fast in Jamaica how they record, you know. So I'll say like his experience also was like, because he doesn't play around Black Ryno, like the way how he deals with the mic. Yeah, and I guess my most memorable, I don't know, I don't know, to be honest, because I know a lot of artists, especially in Jamaica. Ninja Man, he trained me for 6 months.
Wow.
So I know a lot of artists and stuff like that.
That's a big deal though.
That is a huge deal.
That's freaking
Big
yeah,
deal.
yeah. Your dad's right. Big up your accolades and shit like that, because boy, like what?
Because she's a Cancer fan. Cancer, they're so humble. Like sometimes we have to pop our shit, dog. Pop your shit.
Charlamagne
like
and
that.
50 Cent don't seem that humble though. Are they because they're a different time or something?
I don't know. We're Toronto, that's why too.
Maybe that's why.
we're from
Maybe it's a
Toronto. And
Toronto
he got
humbleness.
shot like 8 times, right? 9 times. Like he's gonna stun. I think once you're in a position where people are pushing against you, and then you find a way to break free and be successful, we want to make sure you guys remember where we came from and why I'm successful, and I'm going to continue telling you motherfuckers I'm here because of that. We're not like I'm not successful, so I can't bloat. Like I have accolades, but I'm not successful to say like, oh, you know, like
You're not successful in your space.
in my mind
in your
frame.
mind.
I'm not
Okay.
successful as much as a lot of people sitting here with one of the most gangsters chicks in the game.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
Former
successful yet.
gangsters.
Former ex gangster. But yeah, like you can't. Like it's not. See? I can't say that I'm the guy. I'm the guys yet.
Not a guy.
I need a $1 in my bank account. Then I can start stunning.
Soon, just now, man. We're gonna get it for you just now.
That's what's up. You need to have a. Hey, what's up, Vidushin? Is there like talks about like maybe a movie, TV show?
That's crazy.
Based on
that
your
you're
life?
saying that, yeah.
There's been talks.
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
I don't like to like, give too much information, but in terms of like an autobiography and a movie, especially a movie, which I envisioned from so long ago, because there's like everybody thinks they know my life, but they don't know. Like that's just a piece what I reveal, like, right? But with the movie, like I'm definitely gonna go in on everything, because I think it's just I beat the odds, but it's not easy to beat the odds, and I need people to learn from it as well, because I don't like when people don't understand that you can't skip the struggle in order to make it. You can't make it unless you skip unless you don't skip the struggle. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through the struggle in life in order to get to where you're growing. You have to. Everybody does. All the real people know that. So it's okay, as I said earlier, it's okay to like lose to gain. Like sometimes you have to start out fresh. Like twice already I dashed away everything out of my house and just started fresh. And I don't buy stolen clothes. Stolen clothes can't enter my yard. So I have to get everything out there like regular price and just know that I'm a big woman and I don't support that and I just buy clothes the real way, how everybody else buys clothes, like things like that, you know.
That's so funny. I used to steal a lot too, and then I made money and
Yeah,
said,
we
what am
all
I
been
stealing
there.
for?
But she said something very, very important. I don't know if I spoke to you about it, but Gucci about it. But like the starting fresh things, I think like women are scared to do that. Like they get comfortable in a lot of situations that they're in, or they don't feel like they'll be able to get out of it if they start fresh. It's like they'll be stuck. So I think that is very important to not like, don't be afraid to just, like, all right, like, let's restart from fresh. Let's, even write it down on the whiteboard or whatever, or write it down in your notebook. But yeah, the restart thing is very important. Don't be afraid, ladies.
Yes, facts.
Let's talk about this TBP track with Wiz Khalifa.
Shout out to Wiz.
Jeez, how like talk to us through the process. Was that even like going through making the song? Was that in your mind like, yeah, we want Wiz on this track? Like,
No. I would never think that I would have been able to like do a track with Wiz, to be honest with you. I always listen to Wiz too. But yeah, he contacted my team, his team, and my team talked, and yeah, we came up with TBP.
so no, you're not gonna give me just that. Okay, so the song, so you went in doing the song. Who's the producer? Like, who produced the song? Like,
I see Lando. He produced the song, and he's from the States. And yeah,
was it supposed to be the hit record? Was it just a record that you were going in? Hey, I'm gonna have fun, do this song. We'll put it out. Put a
yeah,
music
because it was
video.
very different for me too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What was different about it for you?
It's considered a pum pum song. And,
Yeah, it was
everybody
very-
always wants me to
It
do
was
that.
very
and it's
raw.
like-
Yeah, it was
Very
very one
raw.
of those. It was one of those for sure.
Because everybody kept saying, like, I need a song like that. So this was my perfect opportunity to show that and match up with Wiz. And, yeah, we came together beautifully, I think.
No,
Did you like it?
I liked it. Listen. I always say that I feel like women in the city are afraid to be sexy and speak on those things. So I like the fact, just like Vagez was saying earlier, gotta reel them in sometimes and then give them your story. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, give them some sexiness. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me sexy up myself. But come back, because I got a story. I ain't all just sex appeal over here. I ain't all just
That's
beauty,
what you
right?
guys think? Okay, I never really took it like that because I guess sometimes I read men different. So I just have a demeanor where there's like a shield that they see or they don't just get the fuck away from me. It doesn't even make sense.
No, especially from an artist standpoint. Like, I look at Foxy. Like, Foxy will always give you a 1-2 sexy song. But if you go look at the album, like, when you dive in, especially the Broken Silence album, like, she gives you some real pain, like, real bars and that shit, right? So, like, why not? Little Kim, the same thing. I think, yeah, you see the videos and the certain songs, but when you hear Little Kim on certain songs, she's barring you the fuck out where you're like, oh, fuck. She's killing, she Junior Mafia, she's the best rapper there. Sometimes she got the best verses. So, yeah, like, I get it because it's probably the city thing. The Toronto part of it is just like, nah. I'm gonna be tucky. But
No,
even
it's
look,
just, why do you
even
guys always gotta think about that though? Like, why? It's just
We're
for
men.
me. For me, yeah. But see, like that, I just think that that's not.
It's not just that we're men. It's the times frames that we are in. Like, back then, it was cool to be Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, and you know what I'm saying? It was cool to be those kind of girls and still make hit records. But now we're seeing a lot more Young Miami. We're seeing a lot more. Look how Coyle Ray looks. Look at her last post. She looks dressed down, and she's a mom, new mom. Like, we're seeing more women
Sexiness.
without clothes on, technically. You know what I'm saying? Look at your Stunner Girl on the new song with Blueface.
But
These are all sexy looking women, and they're trying to sell music through sex, and it worked before. So they think that it's still going to work now. Now, it's not a man thing. It's an industry thing. The industry is pushing our young women to look like that because there's lots of talent, and they don't need to be dressing like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be dressed like that.
See,
it's just what
that's
they
what I'm
think.
saying.
It's just that what the industry wants is what we see. So what we see, we're
All
gonna
they
go
want,
by.
I don't think.
No, I don't think
but
so
yeah,
either.
I don't think it's.
It's the way, but you have
sex
to
appeal-
present yourself with like a little white girl.
Which
The
one?
white girl that spits bars.
Georgiano?
Georgina's not that sexy, but she
She's
can
not
dress
sexy at all.
nice. She dresses like a
She has
Cool
style though,
girl.
but there's a difference between now you have style. That's what going back to what I was saying with her now too.
Mm-hmm.
The style is something important too. You can't just be okay. If you're like, if the sexiness does have to have a style, because there are some the sexy can be like sloppy like Sukiyana, then it's not as sex appealing.
no.
Not as
Because you
appealing.
guys just keep wanting to see the tight sets and you just keep wanting
No,
to see that.
I don't say it's not that we just want to see the tight sets and stuff. I'm just saying as majority of men or
That's
the
true, though.
masses, they're going to want to see like something sexy or something good to look at. I shouldn't even just say sexy.
I
Something
think
good
it's
to look
something
at.
good to look at is where you're
It's the
trying
same
to
thing
get
with
at,
it's the same
yeah.
thing with guys. Like you're going the more appealing guy,
Yeah.
he might be a shit rapper, but he's good to look at.
Yeah.
So he might be able to get away with the 1-2.
Like a gangster rapper. He might be like
I don't know who that would be still. I just have
A
to
Chief
see who that would
Keef.
be.
that's
Girls
too
girls
young
love
for
Chief
him.
Keef.
Too young for her, I think.
Okay, that'd be too who's
Let's go
He's
back to
ugly.
50. Let's go back to 50. 50 wasn't cute coming up, but he had hard bars and he had a good body. Pause. My mom loved 50 Cent for fuck's sake. When she saw In the Club and his abs, I'm like, God, yeah, look at his abs. Like, Mom, shut up.
But a lot of those guys, but look at them. They were dark skinned, bald, and had 6-pack too. They all had the image.
An image, yes, it was an image.
Yeah.
The gangster.
Look at it.
Jadakiss would bar you the fuck out, but ain't the guy them were really onto Jadakiss until like after, you know what I'm saying?
Until they started to appreciate rap music.
Yeah, because he was just like the one nigga, like he would have the hardest bars, but the nigga looked like a Ninja Turtle with no facial hair. Like people were like, ah.
But I feel like the women that grew up with Jadakiss grew to like how he looked when he got
After,
older.
yeah.
Because he started
Because
to
they-
dress better. He started
and
to wear
But
clothes.
they
yeah,
also
yeah,
grew,
when he
but
was
they
wearing
also
the big
grew up with him.
t-shirts.
And they grew up with him.
Like you're growing with your fan base, so they start to appreciate the grown and sexy version of
Yes,
Jadakiss,
of
and he's
That's
mature
true
now.
because you gotta mature. Like at one point, like I was dressing like a straight dude. Like I said, like I was just, like I was just so comfortable like that. But then I remember like people were like trying to say like ask me if I was gay back then. So I had to switch it up, you know. But I was saying to somebody today, you know what it is? I'm so used to being a tomboy. When I get the attention as a female, like it just gets me so like. I get what you're saying that certain things, but sometimes it could be so.
Did you used to get hit on by girls too, thinking that like other
No.
lesbians or girls, they wouldn't hit on you thinking that like you because you were just like a tomboy that you didn't, you know?
No.
Like not it.
Or what about your long relationship that you were in and doing the music? I know you said that when men hit on you, you felt kind of like, you know what I'm saying, weird to approach, but was it not only that and because of your relationship too?
No, for sure.
Okay,
For sure.
Okay. 15 years in the industry, man. Like, what's the main differences from then to now, in your opinion, looking at our musical landscape now? What do you like? What you don't like?
I don't really like the AI stuff at all. Like, I don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like is that I'm seeing more talent and people are taking things more serious. Not like just gimmick not just gimmick artists. Like, you know, like seeing good talent out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what else is different? I think there's more younger artists and they're very quick, like in the sense where I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you.
What about the infrastructure? Like, what's something that you would add or change to it? Whether it be like more radio stations.
Nobody really listens to the radio anymore, though. Like
They do.
Well, actually, in the car they do.
It's just that the radio's not playing anything for them to want to listen to. Now, if the radio started playing music that you would like, I'm pretty sure you would listen to it, right? Even if it's just for like a 20 minutes. If they had like a station on for like 2-3 hours and they were playing, if you knew like you can listen at a certain time and you're getting certain songs that you're liking, you're getting into a vibe and you're cooking and you're listening, you'd probably turn it on. Maybe?
Okay,
No?
you know what? When I'm driving,
Or when you're
sometimes
driving,
I
yeah.
do listen to. So I do think they do need a station because we used to have certain stations before, and I don't hear them anymore. And And I don't know. Like, I guess I see them doing panels for different things for the music industry here. I don't see anything like that I have any comment towards. I guess, okay, no, seriously, okay, no. One thing is, the gatekeepers, they need to non-exist. And that means in everything, like, I don't go for grants because I've tried for grants and I just feel like maybe sometimes there's like gatekeepers probably, I don't know, but like there's gatekeepers in the city and I wish that would change in the music industry in terms of like the higher uppers and the people that decide and stuff like that.
Because they're the ones that are always getting the grants every year, or their people are getting the grants.
Yeah, there's like, they do weird stuff. Like, I'm not begging you guys, I've already given up on that long time ago. But I think that they should stop being gatekeepers in those. Because there's people that want to do things and that really are good and they're not letting them get approved for certain things. And it's like, do you want to improve society or not? You know? So.
One thing I heard is that a lot of people don't get grants because of the type of music they're submitting. So like they might talk about gun violence and stuff like that. And the people in the grant system, they don't want to promote that type of stuff.
That's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. There's people that do music that work there. There's people that will call you and tell you that they're working on your paperwork, and it's so weird. Like, how could you even tell me that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just made me get bummy. I don't even want to do anything like that again. So it's like, yo, I don't know. Like, there's so many different things that happen, and that's what I'm saying. Like, gatekeepers just need to regulate, because you guys could save people's lives out here. You guys are just giving people that, I don't know.
Do you think we depend on the grants too much though? Because I feel like we need to go back to being independent. You know, like
I think
have
at
an independent
times no,
spirit.
but there's a system that we have here where we can attain these grants, and it just should be fair. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be unfair. And I'm not even speaking towards like music grants per se. You know, I'm more speaking towards like even other grants.
Entertainment, just in general.
No, even community grants. Because there's just some weird stuff happening in the community world now when it comes to that, and like other people with great ideas and great ways to help the communities are getting denied, and I just think in that sense that's wrong. That's all I'm saying. Like Ontario Arts Council, Toronto Arts Council, like all of those big guys, they continuously deny people's grants that have good ideas and that are great, and then are approving it to people that are doing foolishness with the grants, and then want to act like people don't want to come in the communities and do the right work. Well, I need the 300,000 because I have a whole structure. You're giving it to people that are probably buying designer off of it. I don't know.
So what is because this is why we do. This is why we have the platform.
And I don't care, by the way. I'm just gonna speak straight, because I'm not ever gonna like sugarcoat anything out here. Like, you know.
But it's still important to know, because now we might have an investor, a black investor, that wants to invest into some of these things. So where can these ideas be brought to? Like, you're saying they have some great ideas that could obviously help the community. Where else can they go? Or where else can they get the message out, kind of thing?
They can definitely apply to, I guess, the city of Toronto, but like the city of Toronto, I don't think their grants are really big. You guys deny me too, by the way.
But not even just the city, but like I said, like there might be an independent investor somewhere that's like,
there's
hey,
black funding right now for black, I think, entrepreneurs and like creators and stuff. And if they look, they can look. Like there's Ontario Creates, there's different organizations. E-Fry is a really good organization for certain things. There's different. Sometimes you have to look too, you know, because you're not just gonna get stuff in your lap. You have to look. Because if you look, you'll find. You can't say you can't find. I find everything that I look for. So,
I get. You're answering the question. You're answering a part of the question, but my whole thing is, could the people that have the ideas possibly like do not a workshop, but like an event to bring awareness or some way? Because just like you're saying, they have these ideas, but there's no awareness to the ideas. So now, if they have, like, let's just say,
and that's
me
what
and
I'm
Vagez
saying,
had,
like them denying. For instance, I did a whole program for a community, based on just basic things like a point system, if they got their family doctor, if they got a bank account open, because people don't even know how to do that sometimes as newcomers, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like a whole program, and it's like, I don't even know if they jacked it or what, because they didn't even write me back and say like, I wanted to meet with them and just know why was it denied. But like, that's what I'm saying. You have people that are willing to give their time and hire the right people to come in here and teach them financial literacy and them thing that teach them how to be disciplined with their story. You know what I'm saying? Just showing them that. Sometimes you have to show them like, you know, like what, because I do motivational speaking too. So I speak to lots of youths about my story, and that's impacting. So sometimes you got to hire people like that in different areas of their life. A girl that had like 6 youths but still went to university, bought her first house. And
Of course.
because my thing is to get people out of the hood, because I know the trap, working there and living there. I know the truth. I'm not the only one that knows the truth. They know the truth, but they're comfortable in the truth after they get their minds out of that. Because, okay, light's free, but eventually you're going to have to pay for light. So learn from now, turn off your light. You know what I'm saying? Turn off the water. Don't take advantage because, you just want to stay here forever. You're not trying to move out. So stuff like that, you know? They're denying people that have good ideas on stuff like that. And it could definitely benefit them, but are they feeding it? It's like a real system, dog. Listen, the experiment that they did with the mice, when they left the 2 mice in the box, they kept getting each other pregnant. They kept getting pregnant, and then when they took the box off, what happened? They didn't run because they were so comfortable being stuck together. They didn't give a sugar. And that's what I've seen. Like, I see that mentality in people, and I'm not better than anybody. I had to unlearn a lot of stuff too, but I see that mentality in people, and it's like, it's not cute, it's not nice, and how it's gonna bite you later on. Like, how it's gonna bite you later on, you're just gonna be broke and hiding from people because you missed your bus because you were living for the now. It's like, no. So I don't know, like, still, it doesn't matter if like somebody didn't get a grant. There's still ways that you could benefit yourself and get out there. That's not an excuse. Welfare nowadays is very, very, very tough, and they're very, very good on helping people to get off and go get a job now, or even a career. There's schools. I graduated from SCAS, you know what I'm saying? I graduated from SCAS when I was 26. And then after that, I never let nothing hold me back, okay? I went into the shelter world first. When I started my program, my social work program, I got employed 3 months after starting just because of the way how I spoke and my experience. I worked so many places like you'd never believe in this sector. I speak in jails. I do it all. But most of all, it's because of my mindset. I believe in myself. I know that I have to lay a foundation for my children. I'm not living for myself. So I cannot go to clubs every weekend and ball because I'd rather ball that money than at a bank and make sure my youths are good and make sure that I'm good. Like, life's not about proofing to people. Life's about living the right way.
Right.
That's
fucking real.
That's some real game. And going back to what I was telling you, they're trying to the information.
Yeah.
It always leads back
yeah.
to the information they're either blocking it or you just have to force yourself to find it, because if you don't, then
I'm not gonna lie though, Scarborough's a great place to find, like, okay, now I see in like the West too, they're doing certain things, but I noticed that there's just a different way that they bless the East. So moving to the East was a blessing for me because there was so many resources. I went to East Metro Youth Services. I worked there. I started just getting hired at but like you said, you have to go and see, because I went and started just going to every pre-employment program, Operation Springboard. I went everywhere. I just started and then I started getting known for my story, but also because of like my experiences. Everywhere was hiring me. Tropicana hired me. After everywhere hired me.
Yeah,
so.
you're a real Scarborough person.
No, so
I'm
that's
hearing names I haven't heard since friggin'
What do you mean?
I was
early
a teenager.
2000s.
I worked at
Holy
all of
crow.
it. You know what I'm saying? The last
Yeah.
place I worked was at OP. I worked at Orton Park with Toronto Community Housing, and then I left a little bit after my brother was murdered. I just, I left.
Is that this what's the word I'm looking for?
Desensitized?
No, not desensitized. It's more of like does it cause like disinterest when you're working in these communities and then poof, something negative happens in your world and it's like fuck. I kind of got to step back. Like, do you ever want to go back and work into the communities after a situation like that?
They always ask me to come back, but I just think that I'm more impactful as a recording artist and motivational speaker. I feel that the feedback that I get from the youths and now parents, I feel like I'm more impactful there. The thing is, when I started doing community work, it was like B&Es and assaults and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't murders. It wasn't like I started losing my youth. I lost one of my youths while I was at work in Mornell. You know what I'm saying? And like, he just healed me up and he just said something to me. Like, he just said, LaToya, I just signed up for school and like I'm gonna do the program like what you did and the stuff that you told me. Like I was telling him to go register somewhere and stuff, and he was just telling me, and then he just walked up the stairs. Like so, like it got so real for me to that point where I just felt like it was also time for me to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because as I said, at first it was B&Es, it was stuff like that. But then, like, youths beating up their parents even. But then it turned now into this killings, like just straight killings. Like, it's just crazy. Like,
Did you feel like you were, like, not really, like, the energy was kind of wearing on you, kind of?
I do blame myself for my brother's death sometimes. I used to blame myself a lot. Because I felt like I brought it home. I felt like the amount of youths that I was working with out there, like, they always contact me. Even right now, I have some youths that are in the halfway houses, and they always reach out to me. And, like, I was doing a lot, and I was really good at what I did, but I think it took a toll when my brother died. I think I brought it home, and it just won't ever sit well with me. I'm not saying that like we were products of our society, so I'm not here crying wolf. I'm not here crying out to you guys. I'm just saying though, like, I just wish that we had a better life and that he could have been here still so that we could have lived it, because he should have had a chance at a better life. You know what I'm saying? He for him to be in the ground right now, I didn't think it was gonna go like that.
It's okay to cry. You know, I feel like sometimes we want to do for our community, not realizing that us being out of that world and still kind of being in that world, we're like living in one foot in, one foot out, because when we go home, we're going home with everybody's energy on our back to present to our families. And I feel like I'm not saying it's something that we shouldn't do, but I feel like it's a mistake that we make when we want to help our community better, because I felt it's the same thing with when I was engineering music, and I'm engineering for all the blocks, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's cool. Then they get into their situation, and now I'm making this record from one side to the other, and I'm neutral, I'm in the middle. Like, that affects me in a way where it's like, you guys don't have nothing, but now you guys are attacking each other on wax, and then it turns up to physical violence, and then someone passes. Like that, all that is stemmed from everything that we've been doing, and it's dark energy that's following and around us, and that's why
I just feel like we don't focus on the prevention, and that's why I won't honestly work. You see, if somebody comes to me right now and they say, LaToya, like, let's work on the prevention stuff, I might, because people always ask me to come back into the field, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm being honest with you, I can't give my time towards something that is not, it's just to look good. It's like, and I've always felt that people just hired their own to just take care of their own. Like, it wasn't really something that was structured properly and really core funding and real fundamental, because, like, I even wrote a proposal to housing, you know, and, like, I asked them if, like, they could make it transitional and, like, think to, like, just make that person be able to save and be able to do, like, a program through Habitat for Humanity or the program with the first-time homebuyers program.
Right.
Because the key is, to me, it's very important to come out of the hood as opposed to stay in the hood. Mm-hmm. You can't. It's almost impossible to grow unless you're really smart, like what I said, but it's just, you're going to have to do certain things. Your children are going to have to stay inside. Like, it's just going to be rougher on them because of that. It's just a bunch of stuff, right? So the key is to get out.
No, that's facts. That's so smart too. Like that's actually a really good idea. If they were to option, like you said, like certain times rent is $85, right? If they option for an extra $25, that goes directly to the first time home buyers fund, right? If they can provide an extra $25, that technically goes into their account. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like I just think that all of that stuff just contributes with that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying she just needs, we need to find a way to get LaToya just a bag so she could just have all these programs and these little committee help, because it seems like she understands, like, obviously because you're in it, right? You're just like you said, you're on both sides of the coin. So I think you understand how to help people a little bit better than just somebody from the outside looking in, or somebody that's just stuck in it, because they're not gonna both sides of the party is not gonna understand. Where you're giving these uncomfortable conversations, but you're giving the real answers and solutions to it. So it's
another part of it is like just highlighting key things that we need in life, and I have to say it on here. We need to start getting life insurance. Okay? We need to start. I'm not gonna wait to speak somewhere and say that. I want to say that to you guys because it's you guys that don't have it. And you have to know it's just a pair of shoes, I tell people, a month. It's just a pair of shoes, okay? It's nothing. Yo, do you know that when I was in jail, my mother was paying that for me? That's how serious I was with my life insurance. Although I was in there a year and a half, I still made my mom pay my life insurance while I was in there for me and my youth, because it's just that important. I don't think it's fair to go and beg somebody to be able to bury me when it's just almost selfish to do that. And even me as a big woman, I feel like it's selfish for me, for my children to have to look at if something happens to me. But I'm out here whining and drinking and with beer buckles, but I can't. It's a buckle money. It's one buckle money a month. You must can do it, because I'm not going to lie to you. I get it. There is sudden death. Yes, we know, but we can also prepare ourselves. So I'm all about prevention as opposed to waiting and then saying, well, let's go ask the family and see what they can do and then have them up when they don't want to contribute to that. They didn't save their money for that. Yeah, they're saving for a house, so they have to pay for your youth's funeral because of that? No, we have to prevent. There's things called child tax benefits. There's things called Trillium. There's different little government monies that you guys get a month. So you can be able to set up your family at least that way, besides groceries. It's not just about groceries. Set up your family at least that way.
That's facts.
She ain't lying.
I'm going to do my life insurance, though.
I'm already doing it, so.
Nah, I was going to do it, but
my dukes made sure. Because
but yeah, it's important stuff.
No, it's a problem in my family where everybody was, remember, like, especially on my Duke's side, where everybody was just, like, one by one, every year, somebody, right? So I've been on it, so it's good. It's very, it'll come in handy, because you see, like, death will broke people's pockets. My aunt, I don't like talking about her business because we're not on good terms, but from her son's death, like, she's still, well, I shouldn't say still, but she just got out of the debt of it, like, not recently, and he died years ago. So, like, that's it's just things we don't talk about it, right?
You can do that for yourself.
And then, so imagine now,
children.
Look what she's saying. Imagine if death is put people into debt. How much of these people that are dying that are in housing, that are already in debt, that are already, living check by check.
Listen. I'm not dissing people in housing,
No.
There's some really smart girls. Listen, there's some young girl women know, and they're smart.
Yeah, save up their money.
And they just do, and they're not just doing it for show to say they bought their house for show or they bought this just for show. They're actually like making moves. And listen, I support you girls, I support you young, ambitious girls. So if you guys do hair, whatever you do, I support you guys. So you already know you can inbox me and I'll come and support you, because I love what I'm seeing right now. There's a lot of girls that are doing their thing in Toronto right now, and I'm loving it.
I got to send you one of them. A girl. She does hair and stuff. I'm going to send you one of her stuff.
For sure.
Do you plan on dropping an album this year? Mixtape? EP?
That's so crazy you're saying that. And I know that my producer just cut his eye after me because he wants me to. So we'll see what happens. You have to keep watching me grow,
I think it's necessary for you. I feel like a motivational tour plus your music.
What? Yo, giving
Plus
up
your
too much
music.
sauce to her
No,
right
no,
now.
no. She
What?
needs it. She needs it. No, a motivational tour, speaking about your life, and then a performance with 3 of your top songs that you create that's new, get you new fans, get you new streams, sell physical copies. How could
That's
you
a
lose?
really good idea, right?
How could you lose?
And then she's able to take some of these younger acts that can't tour on tour with her.
Yeah, some of the more. On top of that, you film the footage and you send it to all the people that are denying you for your fucking grants. Be like, buddy, look, this is what I'm
Look
doing.
what I'm doing.
Right,
Look what I'm
yeah.
doing.
This is what I'm doing, eh? You better get on it, or I'm gonna run past you guys, and they're gonna have to. They'll be like, oh my God, you're doing great work in the city.
Because I'm getting like the real people, the real to come in, like the real organizations out there, and the real people that can help this problem. And it's like, I don't want to see it get worse. Everybody was, oh, it's gonna get worse this summer. It's gonna. You guys want it to get worse. Get out of here, guy. What do you mean it's gonna get worse? Why? It's guaning right now. We
I
should
think
get
this
rid
is
of
the
it
worst.
right now.
I think this is the worst. I think after what we've seen from last year, I think that's the worst.
Yo, listen to me. It's been worse, guy. Like, it's been bad to the point where we can get together and just help some of the things that are going on out there to prevent. If we walk up to one of those youths, say one of those youths with the cake situation, you're telling me right now, if I walked up to a youth and I pulled up on a youth and said, yo, I have a job for you right now. It pays Ray. And it has this much the top benefits in the North. What do you think the youth's gonna say? One of those trolling youths that do stuff, piss on people's graves, do all of that kind of stuff. If you bring a package and say, yo, it's yours right now. I have a job for you to leave this right now and make sure your family's good and everything there. What do you think that youth's gonna do? I want you guys, you could ask me anything about these youths out here.
I think
These youths,
majority
if
of
you
them are
think
gonna
these youths
deny it.
silly. Pardon?
I think some of them will deny it. I think
Some
some
of
of them.
them?
I think some of them don't want to work hard.
I'm saying
it depends
a you
on.
though. I said the you,
The
one you. If I said it to the average you,
I think he would take it. This day and age, the way some of the shit is now, I think he would take it.
what do you think?
I think they'll take it. No, they don't want to be on a cake.
Not
No-
even just
no-
that.
no
There's
funny
no
stuff.
job. No. Not even just
But
being.
think
I'm
about-
talking about one of
think
the
about-
youths that just did that. I'm talking about like
Yes,
yeah,
I think they don't
I think
want that
I don't
outcome
think they
for
don't
them.
want- yes, I think.
I think
and
they'll take it. Take a way out. I think
if
they'll
you
take it.
because it's different. You said you're giving them the opportunity. A lot of them are not getting that. You know what I mean? They have
no,
to
but
go
that's what I'm
get
saying.
it.
But as I said, now you could say them, because as I said, the uppers them
Mm-hmm.
that know what's going on out here. They know. You know what I'm saying? They could make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
For sure.
People like me, you think I have time to be doing programming, but I want to do it. I feel like it'll work. I'm not stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I put the right things out here for these youths in place and then eventually hire them to run their own stuff, but I just feel like that's not what they want.
But
So
no,
that's why they're denying.
It is, because what you're saying is totally different from somebody. A lot of the youths are being told you gotta go get it. Now, if we have people that are just like, I'm giving you
I've
the
done that to
opportunity,
so many
is-
youths, so
and they still said
All
no.
these youths know me. PO, OP, Tuxedo Court, Mornell, Driftwood, Shoreham, Lane, Connections, Regent Park. Listen to me. I worked everywhere. I don't think you understand. And like, it's not hard to get a youth off the streets. It's what you're giving to you. What's the initiative? What is the initiative? A pair of Jordans, a free haircut at Boys and Girls Club? No. Opportunity, a packaged opportunity.
There you go.
I don't know what it looks like. It could look like just he has to just come to programming in the week. He gets a nice salary that will deal with him proper. He's not going to want to buy guns or sell stuff no more.
Facts.
He's going to just want to save. And then it's also teaching him about real estate and stuff. I have great people that want to be a part of this. I know great people here that will give their time towards this type of stuff. But I don't think they want that. That's what I'm saying to you.
Who's they? The uppers?
The uppers then.
No, the uppers
The
don't.
uppers don't want that.
But that's going back to what I was saying earlier with the uppers not allow. But I guess this is a different conversation with it. But the uppers don't allow certain things. The uppers don't allow the information out there. The uppers don't allow certain things that leave us stuck. But
we still can't use it as a crutch. We still can't use it as an excuse. We still have to. It's our community, and nobody's gonna save us but us. And I think that until we realize that, then we're gonna be stuck. Because
no, for sure. I
nobody
did say
else is.
that,
I know
'cause
you
I
know.
always put my own money in everything that I do. I had a event called "You're a Parent, but Are You a Role Model?" and I want to bring that
Jeez.
back to look at because it's really important that you know that. Are you a parent or are you a role model? Like what are you? You're a parent, but are you a role model? Like, are you a role model for your child? Could you honestly say you are? How are you? What are you showing them in the week? Because some of you guys just think that it's cooking for your youths. That's why you're a good mom. Or they're in the house. You don't even know like their settings. Some of you guys don't open their door. You don't have a relationship with your youths. You know what I'm saying? They're telling other people outside and then they're getting in trouble for telling other people outside, but they need to tell somebody or else they're gonna, as you guys can see, people are dunning off their parents nowadays. So it's just we need to get it together, guys. That's all. I would love some beautiful funding to be able to do certain stuff, but it's not my route no more. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen,
You cracked the code on modern parenting because being a parent was a back in the day thing, but they weren't role models. So I can't say my mom or my pop was a role model to me. I saw what they did. They lived out the check. I didn't want to be like that. So that's not a role model to me. But they fed me. They clothed me. Whatever.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. There's certain parents that just like they showed. Like my grandmother to my mom said that she wasn't emotional. Like it wasn't huggy stuff, but she always provided. Like she always had food. She always made sure that they had their clothes and like clean linens, everything. But in terms of lovey-dovey and that kind of stuff, she wasn't like that. So
Is your life different if there was a lovey-lovey like
Mom,
if that was added to the providing? Like if she was, I love you every day. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your day. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was more
that
involved.
would have been a bit better if my mom was a bit more lovey. Like I don't know if I'm expecting her to be though, because I am like that. But my dad is more like that than my mom. My mom is more provide. Like she buys me groceries or she does. But it's kind of hard for her to be like lovey like that.
is it because of?
More like kind of like my grandma.
But is it because of the Caribbean culture and how she was raised?
She's raised in England. My mom's English.
Oh,
so
she's
you already
English,
know
so
they're
yeah.
like they're just like
Posh.
stush. Like they're
Better.
people always said that she was stush, but she's not stush. But they just have their way of doing things. You know what I mean? And it works because I'm actually grateful for my English side. That's my sophisticated, ambitious side. Like I'm not saying Jamaicans are not ambitious, but let's just be honest. That's my mad side.
Nah, listen, you guys need to love your kids more, man. You know,
Facts.
talk to them after the. I think I heard a conversation with one of my friends, and they're asking about school and technically parenting, but also, you know, showcasing that hey, if you don't do this, that's not happening. And I feel like there's still got to be that parental thing, but I see how he deals with them on it every day. It's more of like, hey, how was your school? What's your report card like? You know what I'm saying? There's more of a conversation. Like, these things are not happening with my parents too. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. And I'm like that with my children. I want to know how they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't call them enough, but they see me on YouTube. You know, they call me like, hey, I saw you on YouTube. And you know what I'm saying? Like, these things, like, they know that I am out here doing shit. I'm not out there doing nothing. Like, their moms can't say, well, your dad is a bum. Your dad doesn't do that. No, that'd be a lie. Because they could pull up YouTube right now and say, like, hey, this is what he's doing.
No,
You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying? So I feel like you still need
And you're
to
doing
be
something
like,
positive too. And you're doing something positive too, because
Yeah.
look at there are some people out there that are parents and they're not doing things positive for their children to see as an example.
mm-hmm.
And as you said, I'm proud of you for that, because that's why I'm saying, like, what people don't understand is sometimes things take a bit, like, it takes a while to pop off, but it will pop off. Like, you just have to believe in yourself. You don't even need people to. So, like, I would rather do something that's positive and smart than something that's hot and quick and so much havoc. Like, I always wonder about you guys that hustle out there. I always wonder about you guys. I just know it's an ego thing and it's a competition against men. Why you guys do that? I always wonder that.
Why they hustle? Or
Yeah, I just, it's just such a
Some.
waste.
Some, but I think also it's going back to Vegas's point too. I think a lot of these guys see the way they're living and they don't want to. Unfortunately, they don't. A lot of people don't want to live check to check. Like that meant it's like it's I get it because
it's scary. Your future is scary, man. You don't even understand how scary your future is if you think like that.
yeah, no, 100%, because just going back to it, like, yo, benefits for your kids and shit like that, right? Like, they don't understand just the little things. Well, I would look at something like that as a little thing, but they just don't really understand the long term of it. They're looking at it like, yo, right now I need to go get a bag. I need to make sure things are paid now, instead of thinking long term. Well, okay, you do all this, and then let's just say, okay, police start investigating, and where you proving any of this money came from?
Like a
where
cool
do you?
thing now to them, though. I think they're doing this to be cool. What do
Maybe
you guys
some of
think?
them.
Some of them, but the way Canada is right now, there's no jobs.
No, but you know what?
It is
though?
hard to get jobs. So like, what else are they gonna do?
LaToya's right. Like,
I'm sorry.
the-
I beg to differ. I'm so sorry. I could go on certain platforms right now for certain jobs. I know it's hard to get certain jobs, but I feel like that's the common excuse right now. I'm sorry, because there's certain places that certain people won't work either, and that's what I'm saying. Like, your mindset have to change, dog.
No, 100%.
If you need money, bro.
Facts.
So what do you mean you're not getting no job? Where?
That's
Where
so
are
true.
you not getting no job?
No, you're right. Okay,
No,
you're
that's
right there too.
100%
Some you can't
Yeah,
tell
because-
me that
because
you're not
certain
getting
people are
no
not-
job. Where?
yeah.
No,
There's
certain
money
people are
a
not
common
doing the fast
excuse
fooders.
now,
They're
bro.
not doing the fast fooders.
Yeah. No, like, I was always able to get a job, even with my conviction. Like, that wasn't
Same
stopping
here.
me.
Same here.
Like,
So
I'm
what are you
going into
telling
a
me?
warehouse. I'm going to do staffing. I'm going to do. My friend might have a job, but he's gonna get me in.
I'll talk about that another time. 'Cause that's what I'm saying. Like, these people don't even understand the grind. That's what I'm trying to say. I did stuff that I didn't even think I would do
You'd be
to
able to
make
do.
money. Okay, and it started when I started getting burned in the industry. I quit housing to go and do cash jobs. I numbed my mind. I just used to tell myself, every time a toilet stunk or every time something was hard, I would say, LaToya Jane's gonna make it on the Billboard chart. LaToya Jane's gonna make it on the Billboard chart. LaToya Jane. Because, yo, I sorted garbage from 11 to 6 a.m. Nobody doesn't even know that. I just got, like, you know, they burn people in the industry, so I just got burned, and I just still had to pay for my music, obviously. So this is years ago, though, by the way. I sorted garbage. I'm so scornful, guys. I'm born July 11th. I don't deal with dirt. But when your mindset is different and you learn to sacrifice, you put on one of your old wigs and a bonnet, you sort out that blood clot garbage like you're making $100 an hour. And yeah, you have to learn struggle. I told you they can't skip the struggle. I don't want to hear you can't get jobs. I don't want to hear the Indian people. They're getting dipped now. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Bring something else to me. You don't even understand. I went and started getting cash jobs by fluke. I bagged flyers. I did beer. Wait till you guys see my movie. I did beer. You think I did just legal? I did beer cash. So when you're telling me, oh, you can't get a job, you won't do certain jobs. Chop vegetable in the cold from 11 to... I chop vegetables in the cold from 5 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning. Freezing cold. Chop beer vegetables. I have beer Indian friends. I have beer Indian followers because I have beer Indian friends from all these places, guys. They used to make me sing for them. But yo, that's what I'm trying to say. You have to beat the odds. Bottom line. I don't want to hear that nobody can't get jobs. See what I mean? You guys are like stunned. Oh my gosh, Jane Finch did that. Yes, I did.
No, I'm not
No,
surprised.
I wasn't gonna thief. I wasn't gonna thief.
listen,
I wasn't gonna suck cock. Excuse my language. I wasn't gonna do nothing. No producer wasn't gonna feel me up. I was gonna slap the money in his hand, just like how I always make my money in my hand. I wasn't gonna do anything illegal. So yeah, at one point in my life, when people just started burning me, I had to go and do what I had to do for money. See? I started a cleaning business. I started businesses off of that, though. It made me smart. Like, I started to meet people in different aspects, different cultures, take it in. Like, oh my gosh, I don't really have to buy a bedroom set all the time. I could just buy a little bed. It's not being cheap. Because when you look at it, you could look at these people like that, but then do you know the difference between porcelain and ceramic floors? No, we just know the housing ones. So like your mind has to change. You understand?
No,
No,
but
for real.
We get it because we're like that.
Yeah,
We'll go out, and if we gotta go get a 9 to 5, we'll go get a 9 to 5 right now, and we
Girl.
won't feel no way about it.
I
Like, you know what I'm
didn't
saying? We
care,
will not feel no way. And again, we don't look for. I'm the same way. Yo, I used to go roof, and I'm scared of fucking heights. So like, you know what I'm saying? I cannot
Yeah,
do
that's
heights.
what I'm saying. Like,
But
as long as
I'll
that
go
money
do
touched
it.
there,
As,
I didn't really care what I had to do. And my son, I was just telling my son the other day, like what I did, like some of the stuff, and he couldn't believe it because he knows I was always a social worker. I always had big jobs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm just being honest. Like when you want something, you're gonna just go for it no matter what, and it takes you up. You know what I'm saying? Like big people, you start to gain wit and you grow.
I love speaking to people like you because
Me
you
too.
guys motivate. Like people like you motivate me because I always feel like I'm not doing enough, and I feel like I could be doing more, and I just feel like just the no excuses things, what I
No,
want,
I
just with the
rate you a lot.
communities and
You're doing
everything. So it's
you're
like I
doing
love
so
speaking,
good.
especially as a lady, sorry, and just everything that you've been through. And you don't ever look at it like, fuck, I'm gonna make this shit hold me back. Like, nah, like that shit motivates me. Like,
I will never.
and-
Nothing can hold me back. Nothing. I had another baby, and I didn't even let that hold me back. I did my whole album, my EP, while I was pregnant. So
jeez.
I'm not playing around with this life, and nothing can stop me. I mean, I was in a slew of accidents that kind of slowed me down, but I don't even let that get in the way.
And even like you were saying before, like you weren't letting the producers do certain things. You weren't going on the streets and doing certain things. And look how you got blessed. Wiz Khalifa fucking blood clot feature that he reached out to. Not even like you were like, hey, you wanna come jump on the song? So that just shows you your blessing, right? If you just the hard work pays off.
Facts.
I know.
Because how many artists from Toronto say no that can say that they have a Wiz Khalifa feature
Or a Sean Kingston feature.
or Sean Kingston,
Besides
Black
Tory Lanez.
Ryno.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. You gotta stand on your
You gotta
shit.
talk your shit. Talk your shit. You
nigga.
might not be where you want to be. Like I tell this guy all the time, he might not be wherever he wants to be, but this nigga's a fucking goat. You might not be on the billboards yet like you wanted to be, but you seem pretty fucking goated to me. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of big shit, bro. And just the mentality, the mindset change. I love that you're pushing that 100%. That should be your path, your, what do you call it? She should use that to run with it with promo and everything.
Yeah.
That should be on her rollout, everything.
Listen, Beat the Odds, the TV show coming soon, bro.
Jeez.
Beat the Odds, heard? It's coming real soon. To a Tubi New You, Netflix, or Crave. Where the fuck we put that shit
Amazon
on? YouTube,
Prime.
Amazon Prime, every blood clot
Apple
thing.
TV.
Right? Be a challenge for people to get out of the hood.
You know what I'm saying?
We can make that shit an
that could be-
anthology.
Yeah.
We start with her story and then she moves on and tells different.
Stop.
There's so many
Don't
people.
give up the sauce. Too much sauce. You know, I had a whole different run for this interview. But
Yes.
it went a different way. But I like that.
Yes,
Because
I
can save
and
these.
honestly, I like the way you answered it first.
Yeah.
That when we asked you whatever, because it made it a conversation that's needed
100%.
instead of a fun conversation. And then you're family now, so whenever you can come back whenever you want, whenever you need to
Really?
promote anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And if you have any community events, anything that you think that needs to be put out there, send it our way. We're promoting it.
Facts.
Thank you so much.
Nah, thank you for giving us your time and telling us this dope story. This wonderful woman.
And that's
man.
not even all the story.
Lady.
She
I
gave
lied.
us like
She
this much of her story, you know. Because
just
I
gave
heard,
us gems. I lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
this is
gave
like a
us-
Rock the House episode where it was just gems dropping, bro.
yeah, beer gems, dog. LaToya, tell everybody where they can find your music or where they can find you, your Instagram, your YouTube, your website.
LaToya Jane Music. Everywhere on Instagram, LaToya Jane Music on Twitter, LaToya Jane Music on YouTube. Yeah.
Listen,
LaToya
make
Jane
sure.
Music.
Make sure you guys watch her interviews. She has a really great interview with a young lady with a white background. She's in Reed's a little vlog that he did just
Jane and
dropped recently,
Finch.
talking about the Jane and Finch, the community, how they only paid the one side of the
The
building
building.
and not the back
Back
side
side.
of the building. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, Toronto community housing
Talk
people?
about them going down the slide with
Right.
the toboggan or the whatever. I was just like, nah. I'm like, you really hear the struggles of Jane and Finch for real.
The
fam.
name
Like,
brand
Taking it
wall.
in, wow.
Yeah, the name brand
The
wall.
name brand wall with the Adidas, Nike,
They're really taking it in, eh?
Fam,
Yeah, bro.
that is crazy to have. My block don't even have a name brand wall still. That is nuts.
Listen, I'm telling you, there's people in there that we want to interview that we've already interviewed. Your part was the most important part.
I'm telling you.
Respectfully to everybody that was
telling
on there, even the 2 ladies that were on there before you. And I like my tickers. Shout out the tickers that was on there. But like your part right there was very, very important, bro. It was very the story that again, RIP Joker. Like you're saying certain stuff like. Joker was some of the person when I started coming out and doing this content creation. He was one of the people that, even though we had our back and forth, like he was trying to do his thing. So yes, again, just thank you, LaToya, man.
Yeah, thank
keep
you
doing,
so
keep
much.
doing what you're
Thank you so
doing.
much.
We need more people like you in this world.
100%.
100.
And I, you know what? Like, it's just like that situation there. We need more people to support, man, because Joker didn't have certain support, and I wish I knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did not have certain support. He should be here right now because he's one of the first people out here to do this stuff. But thank you so much for having me.
I'll clap my
Sure.
hands.
You're anytime you want to come,
Yeah. You're
hit me
fine.
up. Be like, yo, I have a project coming. I'm coming over there. Yeah.
Or
Really
you have a
now, I got
community
the
thing that you're
GTV
gonna.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. GTV pass and anything you have.
And
He
it could be
wants
the
me to show
community.
my drip. He's so weird.
Yeah, you can,
No, but you are saucy though.
Yeah,
but
you
yeah,
are
you'll
saucy.
see,
We're gonna take
you'll
a
see it through the
picture.
pictures. You'll see. But again, community, music, whatever you have or whatever you feel like needs to get put out there, come through.
Telling
Oh my
you,
God.
do that tour, bro. I'm telling
Thank you.
do that tour.
So what makes you guys like get on that? Like, like
Because this is not about us. We're like you, but in a different space.
Mm.
We're trying to help people too. So whether it be using our platform to let people know about what's going on or helping people give them ideas, whether it be TV shows, podcasts, music, it's not about us. We'll figure it out. We always tell each other the way our brain is, the way he works, I work, my brain, creativity, his brain. We'll figure it out. But this is what
Providing
this.
the platform
Yes.
for people to get the
perfect.
shit off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.
GTV
Thank
evangelists.
you.
Evangelist is too much. But it's your boy Vagez.
It's your boy Guttzy.
We out of here.
Ah.